Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 20. So the Kentucky Wildcats. First swing of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of it, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just a middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Penn. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on second down. Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on first and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Looking to pass on second down. Takes the easy completion. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And listen, if I have a playmaker running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play. Gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. Back down he goes at the 18. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pull your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run and play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They keep attacking through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Penn. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. From the red zone, looking for a man. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Bringing it back, it's Ferguson. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
The hand to the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
He leaves it with his back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and then finally drag him down. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Moving out of the pocket. It's on target and complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Dogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the 6.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you with... These guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Finds his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
When these wide receivers look to move the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Wildcats are in the hurry-up. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to go up top on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? It's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Oh, it's blocked. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The give to the tailback. And the Dogs will move the sticks. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's 10. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately.
And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and finding the sticks for a first down. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. From the gun, running back on the move. Working his way, keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go right back to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call.
Fires toward the end zone. That pass intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Davis looking to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion is already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Still on his feet. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Kentucky going quickly. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On 3rd down, going up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens.
Just having these two bounce off of him like popcorn. And the catch is one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They'll throw it on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a man, it's Penn. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. And fires the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, Ben. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different ears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. A big game there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. And he is smashing people. And he's brought down after a nice game.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The give to the right. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Handoff from the gun. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone ball, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding runner.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Davis will throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Georgia. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, you're doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't make a take that thing all the way back.
On the move from inside his own 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They give it to him again. Just ran him over. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
The ball and throw off the RPO. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 from the 32.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Quick step and go. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the route is on. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
Man, I'll tell you what, most of the time racing requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slip it in the crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't have a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going with offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Makes one-man miss. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Davis looking to pass. Got his man on the right. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The back goes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this passing attack was a quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position. On the play. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and eliminating.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. BYU is running away with this one, and they're just itching to ring that victory bell. They're up by 35 over Utah. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. Discards him with the stiff arm. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Gets it out fast. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the deep.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on his kicker, who is so important to this team.
They're facing a third down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaking out. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Wants to throw. It's Adkins. And the quarterback is knocked down back on the 13. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And they'll mark it down at the 30.
Plays, but man, oh man, he made a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Looking for a crease. It's in goal. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road have to play this offense, man. They're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Georgia. And the punishment has been extended. They build this fourth-quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film.
Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Yeah, I like this offense. Keeping it full of gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision down. Maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Georgia going back to work with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Got it set up on the outside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Corner's going to give them room. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good at every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.